अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम। जी, आवाज़ आ रही है आपको?
यस सर।
क्या आप लोगों ने ऑब्जेक्टिव बनाए अपनी रिसर्च टॉपिक्स से रिलेटेड?
यस सर। सब स्टूडेंट्स को मैंने कल दोबारा रिमाइंड भी करवा दिया था, उन सब ने किए हैं सर।
अभी उनको भी डिस्कस कर लेते हैं। फिलहाल हम कुछ पढ़ेंगे, उसके बाद प्रैक्टिकल की जो क्लास है ना, उसमें डिस्कस करते हैं।
ओके सर।
ये स्लाइड्स आपको नज़र आ रही हैं?
यस सर।
ओके। लास्ट टाइम हमने देखा था हाउ टू मेक ऑब्जेक्टिव। वी सेड देयर आर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स आर एक्चुअली गोल्स दैट वी अचीव डायरेक्टली इन अ स्टडी। हम कहते हैं कि हम एक स्टडी में जो डायरेक्टली कुछ करेंगे दैट वुड बी दी ऑब्जेक्टिव। तो उसमें हमने कहा था मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव है एंड सब ऑब्जेक्टिव। फिर हमने कहा था इसके अलावा एक रैशनेल होता है। रैशनेल इज़ द ब्रॉडर पर्पज ऑफ द स्टडी that we are not directly doing in this research, but we can achieve that broader objective. तो दैट वाज कॉल्ड एज रैशनल। तो हमने कहा था मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव और सब ऑब्जेक्टिव जो हैं दे आर रिटन एट द एंड ऑफ इंट्रोडक्शन। इंट्रोडक्शन हमने कहा था कि अगर हम देखें तो ये एक बैकग्राउंड है, स्टडी को इंट्रोड्यूस करता है, एंड देन इट इज़ लाइक अ फनल। हमने कहा कि ब्रॉडर जो चीज़ें हैं, जो जनरल चीज़ें हैं, वो टॉप पे आएंगी और स्पेसिफिक जो है वो उसके एंड पे आएंगी। तो स्पेसिफिक में ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं जो इस स्टडी से रिलेटेड हैं, इसके अलावा इसका जो रैशनल है वो इससे रिलेटेड है। तो हमने कहा था देयर कुड बी थ्री टाइप ऑफ objectives on the basis of their characteristics. They could be descriptive if they are only description, they are not showing any relationship or a hypothesis. They are correlational if they are showing a relationship at least between two variables, and they are having hypothesis if they have hypothesis in them, a statement that would be tested. So then the so we are now going to step 2, that is the हमने कहा था रिसर्च प्रोसेस इज हैविंग फेजेस, फेज 1, फेज 2 एंड फेज 3। तो फेज 1 था डिसाइडिंग व्हाट टू रिसर्च। So we have formulated research problem. We have formulated the objectives of this research study. हम सब ने ऐसे कर लिया। Now we are going to plan a research study. अब हम plan करेंगे। Planning में the first step is to conceptualize a research design, the way of doing research. And design is having everything. हमने इसमें देखना है कि how we'll collect data, what instrument will use, how to standardize that instrument, and what should be the population, what should be the number of samples, and how to write a synopsis or research proposal. So we are now going to the third, uh, second phase of the research. So now there are a few things that we have to know about that. The So we start with identifying variable, that is वो पिछला जो है वो इसी में कवर हो जाएगा. So there are two terms that are being used that are called concepts, or they are called as variables. So we have to differentiate concepts and variables. Words in our title, the topic of the research, and objective, those words that are subjective. For example, if we are studying satisfaction, so satisfaction itself is a subjective term. It could have meaning, different meaning for different person. For example, it could be a taste. हम अगर कोई हमारे पास डिश है जिसकी हम टेस्ट को चेक करना चाहते हैं, तो देन देयर कुड बी अ स्केल, tasty, non-tasty, it could be delicious, it could be good, it could be bad. So these all terms, they are subjective, they vary from person to person. A dish tasty to one person cannot be to another person. So these terms, they are called as concepts that we directly cannot measure. So these are also non-measurable, we cannot measure them directly. For example, if we say obesity, what is obesity? कोई बता सकता है?
सर ओवरवेट होना.
ओवरवेट होना, कितना ओवरवेट होना?
सर एक एक हम कहते हैं कि एक जनरल नॉर्मल एक होती है कि एक बंदा अगर 60 इयर्स का है तो उसका वेट इतना हो सकता है. अगर वो उससे ज्यादा होगा तो हम उसको कहेंगे वो ओबेसिटी, एक्सेसिव फैट वो कैरी कर रहा है.
It mean it is varying from person to person, because
Yes.
आपके ख्याल में 80 केजी ओवरवेट होगा, मेरे ख्याल में जो है वो 90 केजी ओवरवेट हो सकता है, किसी और के ख्याल में ये जो है ये 60 केजी भी ओवरवेट हो सकता है. ठीक है. So the obesity itself is a concept, we cannot measure it directly, we need to measure weight first. ऐसे ही है ना. And then it has different meaning from person to person. So we have to uh, operationalize these concepts. These are concepts in our research problem, in our objective. We have to operationalize, we have to change them into working type of words, and those working type of words are called as variables. So operationalization is to reduce variations that are person to person, and but it will not decrease understanding of the word. For example, how we will operationalize the obesity. Obesity is actually measurement of body mass index. So body mass index is actually, that is called as BMI. BMI is actually ratio of weight to height. So we need to measure weight in kgs and height in meter squares, and that would be called as body mass index. So obesity itself is nothing. It is subjective term, it is hypothetical term, it is non-measurable directly, it has different meaning from person to person. So we have to operationalize this obesity. So we have converted it into body mass index, and then body mass index itself is nothing. It is dependent on two variables, that are weight and height. So weight and height, for example, if I say 80 kg, it is same for everybody. If I say 5 feet 7 inch, it is same for everybody. It has same understanding. It has not reduced understanding. If we say body mass index is less than, sorry, it is if more than 25, then it is called as obesity. So if I say a person is having BMI more than 25, it is same for everybody. Everybody can measure, can understand that his weight and height ratio is more. So if it is less than 25, it is same for everybody. So it is, we say, if a person is having BMI less than 25, he or she is non-obese, it means it is same for everybody. So we have to convert concepts into the uh, variables. That is called as operationalization of the concepts. So first we have to see what are the concept present in our uh, title. in our uh, objectives. For example, for a person that is working on effect of something on mental health, so mental health itself is not nothing. It is having associated variable, like obesity had associated variable that was body mass index. Body mass index had variable like height and weight. So we have to bring out variables that are attached with the concepts in order to make them operational. Mental health के साथ जो associated variables होंगे हमें उनको identify करना पड़ेगा. Physical health के साथ जो variables होंगे उनको हमें identify करना पड़ेगा. For example, hypertension itself is a concept, and when we it has attached variable that are the blood high blood pressure, and it is 140 by 90 millimeter mercury. So a person is having that blood pressure, we say at a age less than 40, we say it is he or she is having hypertension. Same is for various other, like depression itself is nothing, we cannot measure it directly. If we say a person, do you have depression, he or she cannot respond it. आपको पता है, आपसे पूछें अगर आपको डिप्रेशन है या एनजाइटी, आप नहीं बता सकते. अगर आप बताएंगे तो वो फॉल्स होगा. हो सकता है कि आपको डिप्रेशन नहीं होगा तो आप कहेंगे आपको डिप्रेशन है. आपको एनजाइटी नहीं है, आप कहेंगे एनजाइटी, बिकॉज दे आर concepts, they are not variables. We have to convert them into their variables. For example, if we say a person that has suicidal thoughts in previous week may have depression, so that is a variable. We can measure either a person is having thoughts or not. We can ask and a person can respond that. तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि जो concepts and these are non-measurable, they are subjective, and we have to convert them into their variables. यहाँ तक बात समझ आ गई. Then variables
Yes.
क्या है? Variables are indicators. These are the values that have same understanding person to person. Mean they're like we said, weight and height and blood pressure and suicidal thoughts. We can measure them directly. We can ask. We can use an instrument to measure. So the difference in variable and concept is only in measurability and understanding. The variables, they are measurable, they are having same understanding for everybody. They are objective type, they are not subjective, they have same meaning. And concept, they are having no measurability, or they have less chances to be measured. And then the concept, they have different understanding, they are subjective terms, they have different understanding person to person. So then, so we said how to convert concept into variables is to identify indicators of that concept. जैसे हमने ओबेसिटी के लिए किया कि उसके इंडिकेटर जो है बॉडी मास इंडेक्स है या फिर वेट एंड हाइट है. हाइपरटेंशन का इंडिकेटर ब्लड प्रेशर है. इसी तरह से जो मेंटल हेल्थ है उसके अपने वेरिएबल्स हैं, जो फिजिकल हेल्थ होगा उसके अपने वेरिएबल्स होंगे. इसी तरह से जो डिप्रेशन है उसके अपने वेरिएबल्स हैं, एनजाइटी के अपने हैं, स्ट्रेस के अपने वेरिएबल्स हैं. हम किसी को कहें आपको स्ट्रेस है, किसी से पूछना चाहें, किसी मेजर करना चाहें तो हम नहीं मेजर कर सकते. इट हैज़ इट्स वैल्यूज़. हम इसके साथ कुछ इंडिकेटर्स होते हैं, हम इंडिकेट करते हैं कि पर्सन इज़ अंडर स्ट्रेस और नॉट. So we have to identify those indicators or variables. So the variables, हमें पता है वेरिएबल क्या होते हैं. फिर वैसे अगर हम देखें, वैल्यूज जो हैं दे कुड बी, और डाटा कुड बी कांस्टेंट और इट कुड बी वेरिएबल्स. ये क्या होते हैं? कांस्टेंट वैल्यूज कौन सी होती हैं?
सर वेरिएबल्स जैसे कि नेम इंडिकेट कर रहा है वो वेरी करेंगी, और कांस्टेंट मतलब जिसमें कोई चेंज नहीं आएगा.
So these values that are varying, but they have same understanding for person to person. So the there are three ways to categorize these variables. Uh, it could be causal relationship, it could be study design, it could be unit of measurement on which we can categorize the variables. For example, we have causal relationship. On the basis of causal relationship, it is independent variable, dependent variable, they are intervening variable, they are extraneous variable. So how we define them? So इवनिंग वालों को मैं ये पढ़ा रहा था, तो हमने एक एग्जांपल ली थी। आपको ये स्क्रीन नज़र आ रही है, वर्ड की फाइल?
Yes, sir.
So it is effect of water pollution on aquatic life in a river Sindh, for example. We are taking this example, and then we have to identify variables or concepts in it first. So water pollution is a
And
concept or variable?
with what?
Sir, concept.
Mic off कर दें please. So variable, the water pollution itself is not a variable. It has various associated variables with it. We have to measure, if we have to measure water pollution, we need to measure various chemicals, plastic pollution क्या होती है? Unwanted material, unwanted things. So these unwanted things, we cannot measure pollution directly. We have to measure the concentration of chemicals, concentrations of like heavy metals, chemicals, turbidity, so on. So these variables, heavy metals, chemical concentration, turbidity, they are associated. These are the indicators that are associated with this water pollution. So water pollution itself is a concept. We have to convert it into heavy metals, into chemicals, into turbidity, and various other parameters. We have to determine those parameters in order to decide whether water is polluted or not. Similarly, aquatic life is itself not a variable. We know aquatic life is a broad term. It is a concept. It could be having various understanding, varying understanding for different person. For example, a person would say it is fish. Another person can say these are planktons,
Phytoplankton, zooplankton,
planktons. Another person can say they are turtles, so
tree.
crabs, anything, so they come in aquatic life. So we have to measure aquatic life through these variables. These are the populations of these variables tell us about the aquatic life. So these were the concepts, so we have converted them into variable. For example, a person that is working in plant sciences would be interested only on the population of planktons. A person that is working in fisheries would be saying aquatic life is fish. A person that is working on turtles, amphibian reptiles, so they would be interested on these things. So it means we have converted before making the before designing our research, before deciding our research procedure or methods, we should know about these variable. Either we are working on plankton, we are working on concentration of heavy metals. Here in title we have written it as water pollution, but if we are doing only heavy metals, then we have to make the materials and method according to these heavy metals only. And if we have decided to work on planktons only, then we will not include methodology of fish and turtle and crab population estimation or their sufferings. We have to only work on planktons. So our methodology should be around these planktons, how to measure them, how to see their population, how to identify them. So before designing research, we need to convert concepts into variables, their indicators. Then another thing that we said, these variables, then they could be dependent or independent variable. For example, if it is water pollution is a variable and aquatic life is a variable, for example, then in this relationship, what is dependent and what is independent? It would be a causal relationship. So in causal relationship, water pollution is dependent होगा, independent होगा.
वाटर पोल्यूशन
इस रिलेशनशिप में, ये एक रिलेशनशिप है ना, ये जो हमने टर्म लिखी हुई है, इट इज शोइंग अ रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन वाटर पोल्यूशन एंड एक्वेटिक लाइफ. ठीक है.
यस सर.
तो ये जो रिलेशनशिप है, इसमें कौन
वाटर पोल्यूशन इंडिपेंडेंट है,
वाटर पोल्यूशन इज
एक्वाटिक लाइफ
इंडिपेंडेंट.
डिपेंडेंट है.
So water pollution is independent
एक्वाटिक लाइफ डिपेंडेंट.
because why it is independent? Because in this relationship, water pollution is not being changed by any other variables, is not changed by any other. We are talking about this relationship. If water pollution would be in any other relationship, then it could be dependent variable. ठीक है ना. हम कह रहे हैं in this relationship it is important. So itself it could be in any other relationship. For example, water pollution is depending on plastic waste, sewerage, उन पे डिपेंड करता है ना. किसी और रिलेशनशिप में ये उस पर डिपेंड करता है, बट इन दिस रिलेशनशिप इट इज independent variable because it is not being changed by any other variable in this relation. So aquatic life would be a dependent variable because it is being changed by water pollution in this relationship. It could be independent in any other relationship. So these are dependent and independent variable. Then these variables, they are not actually directly connected. For example, water pollution itself, how can it affect the aquatic life? आपके ख्याल में क्या हो सकता है? Water pollution क्या कर सकता है? जैसे for example, aquatic life is fish or plankton. How
के कंटेंट की डिप्लेशन हो जाएगी.
किसकी डिप्लेशन?
वाटर की क्वालिटी पे इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा.
वाटर क्वालिटी पे इम्पैक्ट होगा.
डिसॉल्व ऑक्सीजन के कंटेंट.
सही. ओके, हम इसको सिर्फ एक ले लेते हैं. इट इज डिसॉल्व ऑक्सीजन कंटेंट कंसंट्रेशन या कंटेंट जो आप कह रही हैं. ठीक है. सो इट इज वाटर पोल्यूशन विल चेंज dissolved oxygen concentration or contents, and then aquatic life would suffer. So water pollution itself is not directly affecting aquatic life. Aquatic life and water pollution, they have link through another variable. This variable is called as intervening variable. So intervening variable is the variable that is most of the time it is connecting the dependent and independent variable. So independent and dependent variable, they are not variable, they are not directly connected. They could be connected through an intervening variable that is determining relationship. So it means intervening variable is also called as linker variable, that is connecting or linking variable that is connecting dependent and independent variable. So if we have to determine the effect of water pollution on aquatic life, we have to determine dissolved oxygen concentration in order to determine effect of water pollution on aquatic life. Then there could be aquatic life.
यूट्रोफिकेशन.
एक्वेटिक लाइफ, ये इंटरवीनिंग का क्लियर हो गया.
यस सर.
सिर्फ कोमल, क्या नाम है आपका? कायनात. इवनिंग में कोमल और मॉर्निंग में कायनात, ये दोनों पढ़ती हैं, बाकी सारे निकम्मे हो.
पता नहीं क्यों नहीं बोलते
जी. एक मिनट होल्ड करें.
सर हम भी पढ़ते हैं, लेकिन ये कि बोलते नहीं.
तो बोला करो.
आप बोलेंगे ना?
हाँ, अच्छी बात है।
ओके जी, तो आप पढ़ते हैं सारे ऐसे ही है। अच्छा, ये आपको नज़र आ रहा है अब वर्ड फाइल?
यस सर।
ओके, सो we said the aquatic life itself. So aquatic life is not only dependent on water pollution. ऐसे ही है ना कि सिर्फ वाटर पोल्यूशन पे डिपेंड करती है,
यस।
और किस पे करती है?
सनलाइट,
सनलाइट पे।
एलजी का जो कंटेंट है, अगर यूट्रोफिकेशन होगी तब भी जो है एक्वाटिक लाइफ की डेथ कॉज हो सकती है।
सो दैट वुड बी रिलेटेड टू वाटर पोल्यूशन। ऐसे ही है ना, ये सारी चीज़ें तो
यस।
वाटर पोल्यूशन से रिलेटेड हैं। तो और क्या हो सकता है? फॉर एग्जांपल वेदर कंडीशन, ऐसे
यस,
है ना,
रेन,
रेनफॉल, वेदर कंडीशंस।
लेवल ऑफ ऑक्सीजन।
ऑक्सीजन लेवल इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन वाटर पोल्यूशन, ठीक है। तो इसके अलावा फॉर एग्जांपल प्रीडेटर्स,
सॉइल इरोजन,
अगर इन्वेसिव स्पीशीज आ जाती हैं, इन्वेसिव स्पीशीज दैट कम फ्रॉम एनीवेयर एल्स, लाइक किसी ने पौंड में रखी हुई हैं और वो आ जाती हैं, कोई फिश आ जाती है, तो वो क्या कर सकती हैं? दे कैन डिस्ट्रॉय दी नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज। ऐसे ही है ना इन अ वाटर बॉडी। तो ये सारी चीज़ें हैं दैट आर नॉट रिलेटेड टू वाटर पोल्यूशन, रेनफॉल, वेदर कंडीशन, दे आर नॉट डिपेंडेंट ऑन वाटर पोल्यूशन। एंड देन प्रीडेटर्स, ये सारे सनलाइट, फॉर एग्जांपल वेदर इज सनी or not. So these all variables, they are affecting aquatic life, but they are not uh, direct. Mean we are not interested in these variables. We are only interested in हम ये जो वेरिएबल्स हैं ये भी चेंज कर रहे हैं aquatic लाइफ को, लेकिन हम सिर्फ वाटर पोल्यूशन में इंटरेस्टेड हैं. सो दीज वेरिएबल दैट आर changing our dependent variable, but we are not interested in these variables, they are out from this relationship that we are studying, are called as extraneous variable. So extraneous variable are those variables that are coming out from this relationship that we are studying, but they are changing our dependent variable. So we have, on the basis of cause and effect relationship, we have dependent variable, independent variable, intervening variable, and extraneous variable. Dependent, independent mean in a relationship, if a variable is being changed, then it is by other variable, then it is called as dependent variable. In a relationship, if a variable is not changed by another variable, then it is independent variable. And the variable that is linking independent and dependent variable are called as intervening variable. And the variables that are changing our dependent variable without our interest, we are not interested in them, we are, they are out of our relationship that we are studying, are called as extraneous variable. So we have to minimize the effect of these variable in order to these extraneous variable in order to determine the only the association of the dependent and independent variable in which we are interested. So on the basis of cause and effect relationship, these are the four types of variables. Then
सर जो एक्सट्रेनियस वेरिएबल हैं ये हमारे डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल को तो चेंज भी कर सकते हैं,
चेंज करते हैं ना, तो हमने उनके इफेक्ट को मिनिमाइज करना है, ठीक है।
तो फिर सर वो इतनी स्टैंडर्ड
उसके
कंडीशंस
लिए
कहाँ से लाएंगे कि
हाँ, तो वो स्टैंडर्ड कंडीशन लानी पड़ती हैं हमें उसको, जो इसीलिए हम फिर कंट्रोल एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं, ठीक है। इसीलिए
ओके
फिर हमने कहा था कि जो एक्सपेरिमेंटल रिसर्च है, शायद कभी बात हुई है इस पे कि एक्सपेरिमेंटल रिसर्च जो है वो ज़्यादा रिगरस होती है, वो ज़्यादा स्ट्रिक्ट होती है एज़ कम्पेयर टू नॉन एक्सपेरिमेंटल रिसर्च,
ओके सर।
ठीक है। हम इसको लेटर ऑन डिस्कस करेंगे कि इन चीज़ों को आपने एडजस्ट करना है, इनको एडजस्ट करना इज़ द रिसर्च डिज़ाइन। हम इसमें जो है वो, या स्टडी डिज़ाइन जिसको आप कहते हैं, ठीक है। Then we have the variables on the basis of study design. On the basis of study design, the variables could be active or could be attributable. हम ये देख रहे हैं variables की types. So on the basis of causal relationship, they were 4. On the basis of study design, they are 2, that are active and attributable. Active are those variables that we can manipulate, we can change, a researcher can change them. Attributable, that are fixed, that cannot be changed, they are stuck to the population or the subjects. For example, if we are determining an effect of medicine on rats, for example, we can change in lab, we can change various variable, like we can change their weight, we can control their weight, we can control their diet, we can control their physiological parameters, like we can control their blood pressure, we can control their uh, behavior, but we cannot change their gender, we cannot change their age. So age, gender, they are called as
यस
attributable variables, they are not changed by the researcher. Active
फिक्स
variables are those variables that are that could be changed by researcher, they are called as active. They
चेंज
could be concentration of medicine, they could be time of medicine, they could be diet, they could be any other. Like if we are doing this research in human population, not in laboratory, then we cannot change their qualification, for example, so they become attributable. The variable, so it is because it is man-made, so the variable that we can change are called as active, that we cannot change in a study, they are called as attributable, okay.
एट्रीब्यूटेबल।
So then on the basis of unit of measurement, broadly there could be qualitative and quantitative variable. Qualitative are those that are in the form of descriptions, in the form of words. Quantitative are those that are measurable in the form of numbers, they have their
नंबर
magnitude. So we are going to study them after a while. 5 मिनट के बाद हम इसको शुरू करते हैं, ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्लास में।
ओके सर।
इसी क्लास को फिर स्टार्ट करेंगे।
सर हम लोग लेफ्ट करके दोबारा इसी लिंक से ज्वाइन करें।